my thing is this. Okay, just to your original point, and not to swerve off the road.
Yeah.
I believe in internships too.
Okay.
I do. The only thing about internships is that I can count on. It really does separate the people who really want it from the people who are just trying to do it. Because
that's all I believe in.
I can count on my hand as many internships I've had. Am I in that field of career now? No. The closest it would be was when I did a radio internship.
Well, it's funny though. I think about that, and then like instantly it came to mind. This is like a new example for me. Fucking Tenji, who is the chairman of Def Jam, started as an intern.
Yeah.
Started as an intern for Interscope.
Yeah.
Now he's worked his way up to chairman of a Universal label. That's fucking amazing. That's the power of internships.
But I think one thing that it is about internships and about the job market in general, Josh, is that no one really tells you the harsh reality that not everyone will be a Tunji.
No, well, it's funny. I'm thinking this is a great internship class because I'm thinking about the people who was alongside him. It was Archie.
Okay.
Who's over at he's over at Def Jam now.
Def Jam,
yeah, he's creative chief officer. Mm-hmm. And then Chris Sanford, who is a writer on Rap Shit. Mm-hmm. Have we had him on the show yet?
Yes, we had him on AMP last year.
Yeah, we had him on AMP.
That just shows you how great our show is.
Yeah.
We already had these people.
I was just thinking about it. I'm like, yo, he's working on season 2. He's killing it right now.
Got to get Archie on the show, though. That's a good one.
We should get Archie. He actually hit me up the other day. Yeah, we're going to get him on.
I met Archie in his office at Interscope one time, and he gave me so much game, and he's always been really nice to me. So Archie got to go on the show. Shout out to him.
But I'm just thinking about the internship class. They were amazing. Goddamn Interscope. You know how to pick them.
yeah. And again, it's like, I do think that there are some people who are extremely jaded by it because I feel like they don't have the right words to say of why they don't want these things to be.
Yeah.
And I think from where I stand is that like internship should be really more than just do labor for whatever the person does. It should be telling you like, hey, you might not make it, but this is what we're going to give you on the way in, and this is what you're going to learn on the way out.
That's true. I think that's one of the things that and that's these Twitter internships. That's what I feel like more than anything.
Yeah.
I feel like some of these people lack not even guidance, but so much just giving them the tools.
Yeah.
And being like, hey, this is my process. This is how I do it. Even if I'm not giving you the biggest role in it, I'm giving you the look into my process.
Right.
So you can go and learn something and give it your own twist.
I think the biggest thing is that I do find it quite disingenuous when someone posts a job posting somewhere. Have you seen these tweets? Like they'll post a job posting and say, how you expect me to do this with all of this? And I'm like, okay, for internship, I completely get that can be ridiculous. For like a job description, why are you posting that? You know how that shit's mostly about who you know anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's because they just started doing the pay transparency here. So one thing that was cool about it now, like when you go to a website and it's a job in California, they have to show you how much that job makes and the range of that. And I think that is fucking fantastic. Yeah. Because it will stop a lot of those people posting jobs and get you down to the nitty gritty of, because like the job postings are never what it's going to be when you negotiate.
Yeah,
let's just be clear. It's never what it is when you negotiate. How many jobs have we all got where it was like, oh, it said this on the listing, but I managed to get 30 more out of them than what they had in the listing, or 15 more out of them than what they had in the listing, and it won't be everybody, but it's dependent on your skill.
Yeah,
and I think with internships, what I want to see more is that they actually, and really this should start at schools.
Yeah,
I mean, it started
schools, but I think when there's not schools, there has to be alternatives where you can kind of go and intern, and it could be an intern for a rapper, or it could be an intern for a designer. You know, like it doesn't. It could be an intern for a fucking plumber. I just feel like at some point you kind of got to humble yourself and intern, and sometimes it's gonna be for free.
I think, like you said, it depends on the trade. Well, go ahead, MC.
What sparked this thought for you for the past couple of days, Josh? Because I think this is a good convo for anybody that's going into the new year, trying to look for new positions, trying to look for new challenges, new opportunities, and maybe this is one of their few lanes that they can go through.
Yeah, I just see a lot of hate on it, and I think it's like I've seen so many success stories from internships. I'm trying to think of who exactly was it I was thinking of that like kind of moved on, but there's so many examples like I just named that's just like, how could you feel like this isn't needed, or how could you feel like you need to eradicate this portion of the industry and just business? So
because
that was
3 days ago, Funk Flex said, I'm looking for new intern shooter / editors with amazing turnaround time, travels alone by my side with celebrities, and will receive recognition publicly for their work. Great look for your resume. The comments are pretty fucking ugly, and they're all telling him pay for a cameraman.
And here's my thing. if FunFlex hadn't put that APB out and had just found somebody and just got somebody to do exactly what he's asking for, that's a good opportunity for that person. But because it's on Twitter and everyone can see it and comment on it, it's a problem. But I'm telling you, there is a ton of fucking shooters. Fuck who hit him up. Yeah. All the shooters who are popping right now did it for free.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I just know the Cam Kirks of the world, the Dre Films, all the little the Gunnar Stalls did it for free. Did it for the access to be around. Metro Boomin just told this story about him bringing Cam Kirk everywhere with him. Yeah. And that helped brand Cam and him, and that just jumpstart both their careers.
I feel like you said like plumbers and stuff like that. Like if it's a trade.
Plumbers, I mean, that's different. That's like something you can go to school for and they give you like an apprenticeship that actually pays.
Yeah. Like
I get that.
Creative industries. Like, would you agree that there are some interns, like with Funk Flex is like, I feel like he's being very upfront as what he's doing.
And obviously somebody's going to apply and they're going to get popping.
And they're going to get
popping.
Will he pay for your train? Will he pay for your Uber? Probably, more than likely. Will he feed you? More than likely, just because you're rolling with him.
He might not. After you do that shit a couple of times, you're going to be FunFlex shooter. You're going to be popping. You're going to get some business off that.
But don't you feel like some of these opportunities are a bit predatory? And that's where I get kind of like...
I mean, they can be like that. I seen some today. I'm not going to mention the clothing line, but I saw some today where they're like, I'm looking for a video editor. They looking for all these different things. I'm like, oh, you just need to hire some niggas to do this shit. I thought that to myself. But then on the flip side, you might find some young, hungry kids who do this shit and they get on off that. Just off having their name at the end of this shit. Like, it's like, that's an opportunity. I've been that kid who's been like, I'm going to do this shit just to get my foot in the door.
My antennas go up whenever I hear things like, I want somebody with amazing turnaround time, yada yada. As somebody that like normally creates, I know where that lingo is fucking going, and it's gonna be hell. Yeah, probably because depending. I shouldn't automatically assume that, but it's gonna be pretty fucking tough if you're using lingo like that.
Just going to what MC said, and I completely agree. Like we know what turnaround time means just by what we do on this very show.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough, but also it's an opportunity, and some of this shit is tough. Opportunities are tough.
Do you feel like that ask is a wee bit like a lot?
I honestly, when I saw the FunFlex shit, what I just said, if he hadn't tweeted that, he got to found someone and no one would have been the wiser, and that person would be popping.
I just think that the I'm not gonna call it a racket because I don't feel like it's completely.
And he could pay somebody. If you have worth, then you can go get paid.
Yeah, for sure.
But you might not be,
because it's like. But the thing is, like, time is money. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that goes for Flunk Flex. That goes for any of the shooters. Like, we don't know what they have to do after the fact or how they're living. But again, opportunity is really all people need. And I can remember literally when I called you in the hundreds and I was like, hey, do you have anything at Kashmir that you need me to do? Like, I'll do anything. I just need an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you hooked it up. Like, that's all people need sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I think that internship gets such a negative connotation, and I feel like that's mostly on social because I just don't hear people talking that negatively about it in the actual real world.
Well, yeah, because niggas in the real world is doing the internships and succeeding.
Yeah,
the niggas on Twitter.
I can say,
and that's my point. That's why I want to bring this to this platform and just give it a different point of view and a different just echo chamber that people can get to. Because like you get on Twitter, and that's all the motherfuckers who can't get the internships. That's all the motherfuckers at home on their phone, just playing on their phone. You can't get in.
Or it's the people who had the internships, did it for free, and
failed. Straight up, you failed.
And I don't necessarily want to be the person where it's like, well, I worked hard, so you got to work hard too. But I also feel
Kim
like
K. I'm that person.
You want to get good?
It's what it is. Like I'm telling you, the people that's all over Twitter are the people who failed at the internship or who can't get the internship. And the people out in the real world that's not talking about this shit is the people that's becoming chairman of Def Jam.